You're watching a Highwire Media podcast. You're watching a Highwire Media podcast.
Welcome to True Crime Never Sleeps. Most weeks, this show digs into crimes, mysteries, and the shadows of human behavior. But today isn't about one crime or one case. It's about a day that reshaped an entire nation. A day where true crime collided with terrorism, tragedy, and history. Today is September 11th, and as Americans, we don't just mark this date on a calendar. We feel it. We remember it, and 24 years later, it echoes still surround us. On the morning of September 11, 2001, nearly 3,000 lives were taken in the deadliest terrorist attack on American soil. 4 planes were hijacked. 2 brought down the Twin Towers in New York City, 1 slammed into the Pentagon, and 1, United Flight 93, ended in a Pennsylvania field thanks to the bravery of passengers who refused to let their captors reach their target. It was a day where time froze, where the impossible became real, where every American, no matter where they lived, felt the ground shift beneath them. I still think about that day in fragments. The images replay endlessly. Smoke rising from the skyline, people running through dust and debris, firefighters carrying hoses into burning towers. And we all remember where we were. Maybe you were a kid in a classroom, staring at a TV on a cart. Maybe you were at work, hearing the news on the radio. Maybe you were in New York or DC or Pennsylvania, seeing it unfold in real time. Wherever you were, remember, because none of us can ever forget. Nearly 3,000 souls. That's not a number. That's mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, co-workers grabbing coffee, flight attendants preparing for takeoff, tourists taking photos on a sunny September morning, ordinary people caught in the middle of extraordinary violence. And it wasn't just those who died that day. Think about the ripple effects. Families left shattered, children growing up without parents, spouses forced to carry the weight of unimaginable loss. And then there were the first responders, firefighters climbing stairs, floor by floor, even as the buildings crumbled. Police officers directing panicked crowds to safety. EMTs rushing in when every instinct said to run the other way. Many of them didn't make it home, and in the years since, thousands more have died from illnesses linked to the toxic dust and debris they inhaled while doing their job. That is the human cost of 9/11, a cost that continues even now, almost a quarter century later. 9/11 didn't just take lives, it changed the way we live. Airports became fortresses, security lines became a part of everyday travel. The government created new agencies, passed new laws, and launched wars overseas. Some of those choices still spark debate today. But beyond policy and politics, something else changed us. For a moment, Americans came together. We weren't divided by party, by race, or by religion. We stood shoulder to shoulder. Flags flew from front porches, strangers hugged each other in the streets, neighbors looked out for one another. It was grief, yes, but it was also resilience. It was a reminder that even when we are shaken, we are not broken. And that's something worth remembering today. So, what does 9/11 mean in 2025? It means memory. We cannot forget, not just the horror, but the humanity. We must remember the victims, the heroes, and the families who carry the pain every single day. It means sacrifice, the bravery of firefighters, police officers, and ordinary passengers on Flight 93 is a lesson in what it means to put others before yourself. And it means unity, because if there's one lesson we risk losing, it's that we are stronger together. In those days after the attacks, there were no red states or blue states, only the United States of America. Today, with all the division we see, maybe the most important way to honor 9/11 is to live with that same spirit of empathy, of connection, of shared humanity. For me, 9/11 is a reminder of how fragile life is, how quickly the ordinary can become extraordinary. One minute, people were making phone calls, catching flights, sitting at their desks. The next, the world was upside down. It makes me value the small things even more. Time with family, the chance to say I love you, the freedom to live without fear. That's what being American means to me. Not ignoring our pain, but using it to find strength, to carry forward the memory of those we lost by living fully, freely, and with purpose. So today, on this anniversary, let us pause. Let us remember the nearly 3,000 who were taken too soon. Let us honor the first responders who gave everything. Let us support the families who still grieve. And let us recommit ourselves to the lessons of 9/11: resilience, unity, and hope. Because if we forget, then the tragedy just becomes another day. And it is so much more than that. This is True Crime Never Sleeps. And today, our story is not about crime, it's about memory. It's about sacrifice, and it's about what it truly means to be American. To those we lost, to those who served, to those who still carry the burden, thank you. We remember, we honor, and we promise we will never forget. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, stay aware, and also, as always, sleep tight. And of course, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.